All right. Good morning, gang. Hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. Of course, I did not do a video yesterday for Christmas. I spent as much time with my family in the only way I really could. Gave Dad a phone call, talked with him for like 5 hours. Had some fun. And yeah, like I said, these are unedited, so you get all my coughs, you get all my burps. End of disclaimer. Partially. Oh, goodness. I've not done a video in a while. Some of you know why, some of you don't. For those of you who don't, my throat's just been really sore the last couple of days. I've been doing a lot of coughing. Excuse me, I've been doing a lot of coughing. Walking to and from the store. Oh boy, walking to and from the store in like 20-degree weather. That's like a quarter-mile walk. I think Chimichanga was telling me that that's like, what is it, like 0.4, 0.3 something kilometers. It's a number of kilometers. I don't know. It's like a fraction of a kilometer. But I digress. I've not done a whole lot of videos as of late, just due to some health issues, just due to, well, not having anything to talk about. Some people would argue that I don't have anything to talk about anyway. I don't care. Those people can think whatever they want. Pardon all of the coughs. We're still getting over the coughing issue that I was having. Yes, I've used throat lozenges. I've gone through like 3 or 4 boxes of them. We're just getting through life. It's gonna be okay. Last night I was talking with NOOB. You know, NOOB, he lives on the other side of the mountain, and he does candles, he does jackets, he does sweaters, does boots. I mean, I've got on some of the boots now. They're all handmade. I forget what he said they were. I know the bottom is actually recycled tire. The bottom of the boot here is actually excuse me, it's actually recycled tire. I say recycled tire. So the way that they make the bottom of the boots here, over in NOOB's factory, they go and they find cars that are parked, and they just go ahead and they liberate the tires and they recycle them, and they just kind of like sew the bottom of the tire onto your boot. It's really cool. I like what they're doing over there. I digress. That's NOOB's shill for today, and he's out making shoes out of tires. Still can't figure out why everyone screams at him when they come outside and see that he's liberating their tires. Like, come on, you're not using them. Get over it. Anyway, last night NOOB and I are talking, and I told him, I'm gonna make this video. I'm gonna make this video. It's gonna be great. And then I got sick, and I couldn't talk. Like, for 2 whole days, I could barely talk. And then, well, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this video as soon as I get unsick. And then I got unsick, and I just kind of sat around and did nothing. I forgot about it. So that's your intro for today. That's most of your intro. Last night, NOOB and I were talking a little bit about the video, and what he told me that I should probably do is go ahead and put in a disclaimer. I don't know if you could hear that motorcycle, but it kind of took my mojo off. But no, I should put in a disclaimer, says NOOB. And that disclaimer is pretty simple. If you think this video is about you, chances are it is. If you think that this video is about your behavior, chances are it is. It's not directly about you. For example, this is what I was telling NOOB. Like, NOOB, if I don't like what you're doing, I'm not going to make a video calling you out directly. I'm gonna say, hey, this set of behaviors is wrong, and and you can put 2 and 4 together and get 16. You can do that. So if you think this video is about you, probably is. It's indirectly about you, but it's probably about you. If you don't know anybody that fits the description of what I'm saying here, you're probably that person. Oh, Lord. Delicious. Anyway, today, what we're talking about is about caring. About caring and letting your heart grow so big. Wait, oh, wait, no, that's not what we're talking about. Sorry, that's a different video. What we're talking about today is caring and at the same time letting your heart grow small and like hard and rocky. Like, why do you care? Is what I'm going to title this. I'm sitting here and I'm like coming up with the video as I'm talking. It's okay. I haven't done a video in a while. But the idea of the video right now is, why do you care? Why do you care? And there's a lot of thought that can go into that. You know, well, why do I care? For example, someone comments on a video,
Fish, I think you're gross and I think you're ugly. And I don't like the sound of your voice. And you're probably like a 3-foot tall, 800-pound jerkwad.
Okay. Why do I care? Thing is, I kind of don't.
But I called you a 300-pound jerk, or 3-foot tall, 800-pound jerkwad.
Cool. I don't care. I mean, why would I want to care about what a 30-year-old neckbeard having living in his mama's basement, you know, dwarf? Why would I care what you think? I mean, you're a troll, dude. I don't care. Now, if Noob came to me and said, "Hey, Fish, that video that you made, that was just cringe. That was just a garbage video. You need to take it down," I would care a little bit. Why would I care? I think highly of Noob. I do. If, let's say that Leeser comes up to me and says, "Fish, you need to take a break. You're uploading videos too often and they all suck." Okay, sure. I would go ahead and do that. Why would I care? Think highly of Leeser. There are a lot of people, though, that if they came up to me and said, "Fish, yeah, your videos are just garbage. Just quit making the videos because I'm not even going to watch them. Just go ahead and quit making them because I'm not even going to watch them. And I'm like totally the only person who watches them." Okay. Sure. Whatever you say, buddy. I don't care. I don't. It's like, I don't even know who you are, dude. I don't care. Now, you know, let's say that you have a falling out with someone and they start screaming and yelling and berating and, "Well, I'm going to post your address online." Okay. Are you right now, like where I am right now? If you're smart enough, you can do like it's like you take the sun and then you multiply it by the position of the stars or something like that, and then it's like divided by how fast a dolphin can eat Reese's Pieces, and like you find the latitude and the longitude of where I am. If you're smart enough, you can do that. So, one, I really don't care. Two, all of my personal information is already on a government website. I'm not saying that to be paranoid or like, "Oh, it's a conspiracy theory." No, I have a license with the Amateur Radio League. It's the Amateur Radio Relay League, the ARRL, which is done through the FCC, the Federal Communication Commission. I have a license to operate radios with them. All that information, all of my personal information, that's all online. I mean, if you're smart enough, you can find it. Am I going to tell you where to find it? No. Am I going to tell you what it is? No. But it's already out there, so kind of don't care. Now, let's assume that I was in someone else's shoes, though. Let's assume that my information's not out there. Let's assume that I'm a normal person and my information's not already out there. But let's assume as well that I've got like 2.5 kids and, you know, I've got a wife and we're living out somewhere. I don't know. Just for an example, we'll say that I live out in God forbid, but Texas. I'm gonna make some people mad with that, and I'm okay with it. Let's assume I live out in Texas, and my personals are not out there. But someone says, "Fish, I'm gonna put out your real name and your email address and your phone number and your address, because okay, then I have a problem. Why do I have a problem? One, because it's not just me anymore. Suddenly it becomes, I'm looking out for me, I'm looking out for my wife, I'm looking out for my 2.5 kids, I'm looking out for my dog Charcoal. It suddenly becomes a different situation. And a lot of people don't fully understand that the situation that you're in, that good old situation, gotta pretend to be Southern because we're now in Texas. That good old situation, cool, great. For example, the situation is that we're all just having a good time, everything's okay, life's grand, wonderful, awesome, great. Then you turn around and it's like, well, the situation's changed. I'm now married. I have 2.5 kids. I have a dog. I'm the leader of the homeowners association. The situation changed. But what a lot of people don't seem to understand, for example, and I'll the the names of this story have been changed to protect the innocent. Our dear friend, our dear friend, who lives in a state that shall not be named, and who has an addiction to basements. Recently, that friend of ours, I say of ours, like, they're everybody's friend, but recently that friend was, they received some threatening messages, threatening letters, telling them, hey, you're either going to do what I want, or I'm going to put out all your personal information. That friend has children. That friend can't let anyone know that their spouse is tied up in the basement. If you watch this, I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. This is a serious thing, but I couldn't help myself from making the basement joke. But that friend has kids. That friend has a spouse. So I can understand getting upset. I can understand getting mad. I can understand being downright angry. Now, I do believe that this friend did seek legal advice, because at that point you're dealing with kids. I mean, at that point you're bringing someone's kids into the matter. So that I understand, because the question then is, well, why do I care? I have kids that I have to protect. But if it's why do I care? Because they were being mean. For example, me, if I were in the same situation, or rather if the situation had not been on that friend and had instead been on me, why do I care? Exactly. I wouldn't. I don't have kids. I don't have a spouse. I'm okay with admitting that I don't have a spouse. I don't have kids. I don't want kids. I don't want a spouse. I like living, just being me. Now, in my situation, it'd be, okay, well, why do I care? This guy's being a jerk. Why do I care? I'll get spam phone calls and spam emails. Okay. There's a block button for a reason. In my situation, that's what it would be. In our friend's situation, it would be, they've got kids to take care of. They can't, they cannot afford to let that kind of threat just slip on by. They can't afford to do that. And that makes sense. You can't afford to let your kids be harmed. Period. End of discussion. There's no debate on it. I'm not going to entertain any debate on it. You cannot afford to let your kids be harmed. And that's exactly the same conclusion that our friend came to. And they decided, you know what? I'm not going to let my kids be harmed. We're going to put a stop to it. And they did. But they had a reason for caring. Now, a lot of you are probably watching this thinking, oh, God, this is going to be another 80-minute video, Fish. This is going to be a 2-hour video. Just get to the point. The point is quite simply this, and this is where this all comes from. We see people online who, someone calls them a meanie doo-doo head, and they blow up. They get so mad. They get so, you can't call me that. I'm not a meanie doo-doo head. I'm going to go tell on you to the internet police. Okay. Why? Why do you care? What is the reason for caring? There isn't one. It's, well, that person was being mean to me. Okay. internet bullying, and internet bullying is a thing, but I mean, someone calls you a meanie doo-doo head. Okay. And? Why do you care? If it bugs you that much, get off the internet. You know, we talk a lot about online bullying, and what we tell kids is, hey, don't online bully. And that's true. Kids shouldn't be bullying other kids online. Adults shouldn't be bullying other adults online. And adults sure as heck better not be bullying kids online. That's not right. But what we don't teach kids, I mean, we teach kids, don't be mean on the internet. We don't teach the other side of that coin of, hey, if someone's being mean on the internet, hit block. And there's a reason it exists. If someone's being mean on the internet, turn off the computer. Shut it down. Just, okay, you know, this guy's being mean. I don't like this guy. I'm going to leave the chat room. Or I'm going to just turn off the computer. Or, you know what, I'm going to block this guy. You know, go ahead and report and block. And boom, you're done. For some reason, we don't think that part is necessary to teach. Go figure. I'm not going to get into all of that, but you know, what's the reason for caring? Oh, they were being mean and it hurt my feelings. Then block them. Block them. You can fix the problem just like that. Just like that, you can fix the problem. Super simple. And it doesn't even cost you anything. In the case of our friend, it did cost them a little bit of money to get the situation resolved, because there were some legal things that they had to go through, and it was a mess. It was a whole mess. But they got it fixed. You know, their situation is different from your average 12-year-olds. 12-year-old goes online, okay, this person's being mean. Okay, and it hurts your feelings to the point that, you know, that you just can't stand it. Block them. Simple solution. Someone, you know, look if someone throws my information out there.
This is Fish's information. This is his name. This is where he lives.
Cool. You know what? We'll go ahead and say that it's true. Why not? I really don't care. I don't. Because who do I have to look out for? Me. Like, at the end of the day, who is it that I am, like, looking out for? Me. I don't have kids to look out for. So, I mean, if someone wants to stop by and pay me a visit, sure, great, come on, it'll be fun. Come on in, it'll be a fun time. It'll be great. It'll be wonderful. I will ask you how in the world you found me, but it'll be fun, it'll be great, it'll be wonderful. Come on, have a visit. have a visit. But I mean, that's because my situation is different. Let's say that someone comments on one of my videos, Fish, I think your videos are stupid. Okay, cool. And looking at your channel, you're not doing anything either, so you know, let him who has the perfect videos cast the first stone. let it be. But why would I care? It's like,
Fish, I'm offended by your video.
Okay. Sorry, it wasn't my intent, but you know, you're on the internet. You're gonna have to grow a little tougher skin. Sorry that you don't like it. Have a great day. But that's also because my situation is different. I mean, if I were 12 years old and, you know, someone comments online,
your videos suck.
Okay. You know, at 12, I would have responded and been like, well, you know, you're this and you're that. You know, because the situation was different. It was. I was dumber. I wasn't as intelligent as some people claim that I am. Falsely claim that I am. But, you know, someone... Perdónenme. Someone online says, Fish, your videos stink. Cool. Haven't heard that one before. You know, you got something original for me? Hit me up. But no, ask ourselves like why we care. Because one thing that I do see is like we go into Walmart, and we're not watching where we're going, and we bump into someone with a shopping cart, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and our immediate reaction is, "Well, you need to watch where you're going." What? You bumped into them, so I mean, they don't care. They obviously don't really care that much that you bumped into them. They know it's your fault. They do. They know it's your fault, but they really don't care because it was an accident. But we're you need to watch where you're going, like some kind of freaking gremlin out here. You ran into them. Why should you care? Because you're a jerk. That's why you should care. You're a jerk if you like get mad at someone whenever you run into them. But like, you ran into them, and then, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't watching where I was going. That's why you should care, because you ran into somebody. It's like being out in the street, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry that I hit you with my car. Have a good one. And just leaving. No, like, you hit them with a car. You just ran into somebody with a 2-ton hammer. Like, you need to care about that. But then we care about like things that aren't important. And we do. We care about things that are not important. Or rather, we care too much about things that aren't important. I'll give you an example. A year or so ago, I say a year or so, a while back, I don't remember exactly how long, a friend of mine got married, and it was great. It was an awesome marriage. I stayed in the kitchen showing all the kids, like, hey, if you have a flame and you take a sugar packet, or not a sugar packet, but like a creamer packet, and you pour it onto the flame, you'll catch your hand on fire. Like, I stayed there, doing that. It was like, hey, check this out. Get like a pinch of this, and you can, hey, check it out, I'm a magician. But I remember the lady who made the cake. She's a real nice lady. If I ever do get married, I'm gonna have her make the cake for the wedding. She's been doing it like her whole life. It's incredible. And she made a 3-tiered chocolate and vanilla cake, and it was amazing. But what I learned there, what I learned watching all of that, the bride got kind of upset because, well, the cake's not exactly the way that I wanted it. Like I wanted roses that were red, and these roses, like, they started turning, I don't know what it was that had happened to them, but like they had a little bit of a pink hue to them. Like, they had started to turn pink. And honestly, the part of the reason that I think that they were starting to turn pink is because, like, she wanted it done 3 days in advance, so that way it would have time to set up in the fridge. And the lady who made the cake telling her, no, that's not what you want. She's like, no, that's what I want. So they did it, and the roses turned pink. But she was like freaking out because I didn't want pink roses, I wanted red roses. Okay, just chill out. Okay, why do we care? Well, it's not perfect. But what's the other half of the situation? This person spent about 12 hours doing all of just the decorations for this cake. It was like 12 hours of decoration. And that thing was immaculate. That thing was the prettiest cake I have ever seen in my entire life. It was also the tastiest too. But I mean, come on. Like, it's not the end of the world. And that's what I think a lot of people don't realize. It's not the end of the world. Well, this person said mean things to me. It's not the end of the world. You have a solution. It's between your ears, and you have to use it, but you have a solution. You can fix it. We see a lot of people who get mad over super small, tiny little things. That's like getting mad because you went to the dentist and the sticker they gave you fell off after 4 hours. It's like, oh no, I want my sticker to stick on like forever. It'll come off in the wash anyway. I mean, it's okay. In 6 months, you'll go back and you'll get another sticker. And, you can, like, this time you can put it on your forehead and then, like, go home and take a stick of glue and, I don't know, stick it to the back of mommy's computer. That's what you should do with all stickers. Stick them on mommy's computer. She'll love you. Do it on her work computer. She will love you so much. That's how you get on mommy's good side. But no, like kids, I expect children to get upset over small things. I expect that. Why? Because they're young. They're inexperienced. They don't have all the life experiences that an adult has. But an adult getting upset because, man, your dog came into my yard and crapped in my yard. Well, okay, Bob, I'm real sorry about that. You need to go ahead and fix the hole that is in the fence that you don't want me painting. You don't want me painting my side of the fence, so you also need to go ahead and fix the hole since you deem that it's your fence. But I'll go ahead and come over and clean up the crap. No, you just need to keep your dog inside. I'm not going to have my dog crap on my carpet. Now, I'll put a box in front of the hole. We'll do that. But if my dog chews through the box and gets into the other side, it's still your fault because you won't let me fix the fence because for some reason the fence is yours and it's not anyone else's. Okay, Bob. That's fine. You want to do that? That's fine. But I see people getting upset over that kind of thing of like, oh yeah, like I know that this person would have no problem fixing the situation for me, but I'm gonna get mad because I don't want a solution. I want to be mad. Nah. Grow up. Whether you're male, female, anything in between, I don't care if you're purple and pink polka dotted. Grow up. Who cares? I mean, if it's something that is, like I said with our friend who had their information leaked and they have kids, yes, care. Oh man, I got shot in the leg. Care a lot. Care a lot and care fast. But care about the right thing. You're upset with social injustices. Yes, care logically, and like I've told people before, fight the right enemy. Don't just fight everyone because you don't agree with me, therefore no. Think logically. Go back to my logical video. Think logically. But care about the right things. Oh, there were 3 pieces of popcorn in my bag and they didn't pop. There were 3 little kernels at the bottom that didn't pop. Put them back in the microwave. Just shut up and put them back in the microwave. It's okay. Throw them in the microwave. You can still pop them. It'll be okay. But they didn't pop the first go around. Put them back in the microwave and they'll pop and they'll be better. Promise you. Or be like me and just eat them. Just destroy your teeth on them. They're like jawbreakers. It's great. But I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about anything. I am saying that you should choose which hill you're going to die on. I mean, somebody throws toilet paper over the trees in my house. Okay. I mean, do I care? Not a whole lot. Why? Because with the first rain, they'll be gone. But fish, you live in the deserts. Like you live out in Utah in the deserts. Yeah, that's true. We're in the wet season. It'll come down with the first rain. First snow starts to melt, it'll fix it. Promise you. It's not something to get bent out of shape over. Ain't nothing to write home about, as we say back home. Ain't nothing to write home about. Ain't nothing to get bent out of shape over. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Now, you're probably thinking, well, Fish, why do you care enough to make this video? One, because I think it's something that needs to be said. 2, because I see a lot of people that, not a lot of people, but I do see certain people that, I liked hanging out with, get so mad over such small things. And it's like, dude, just shut up. Like, just stop speaking for several days. Go into the corner and think about what you got mad over. It's stupid. Go think about what you got angry over. But that's really all that I've got today is why do you care? Do you have a legitimate reason for caring? If your reason for caring is because I do, I mean, that's a valid reason to an extent. You may want to rethink your reason, but why do you care? think about that. Consider some of the things I've said. If you've got anything to add to it, of course, put it in the comments. If you've got anything you want me to talk about, throw it in the comments. Got any suggestions that you want to hear the ramblings of a mad fish? Put it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to talk about it. That's how this one came about. It's another brilliant idea from NOOB. But that's what I've got for you today. Think about it. Chew on it. Maybe you like it. Maybe you don't. That's fine. Have a great day. I am your captain. As always, goodbye and good luck.